I just got back home from Disney World, and one of my favorite things to do there is look at all the pins for sale. I love collecting Disney pins, and I always pick up a couple every time I go on a trip themed to my favorite franchises, including, of course, Cars. I always love looking to see what new Cars pins they have out, and I always try to buy whatever new ones I see. On this trip, I found two. This incredibly cool one of Mike and Sulley in car form, and this adorable one of McQueen and Mater. I was really hoping to find more. Mainly, I was really hoping to find the Cars 20th anniversary pins that I covered on the channel in my Thoughts episode a few weeks ago, but, I mean, those were, like, super crazy limited editions, so yeah, I wasn't really expecting to find them anyway. I also really wanted to find that character cluster pin. Unfortunately, I didn't find that. But hey, I'm very, very happy with these. They're super fun, and I always love reviewing these pins because it's a super unique item that I don't talk about often. So let's take a look at them. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another review and to another pin review here on the channel. I haven't done one of these in a long time, not since 2023, after I had my California trip, because when I went to Disney World last year, I didn't find any cars. So I'm super excited. Let's get started. But first, I'm going to turn my piece of cardboard around because there's this weird paint splotch on it, and it's been bothering me. There we go, that's better. So both of these pins were in the silver category. Disney color codes the pins so they don't have to label the price on the back of every single one. Silver pins are $15. Yes, this was $15 and this was also $15. It is kind of crazy, but hey, it's Disney prices, you know. That is the cheapest category of pins that they have now, I believe. Yeah, kind of crazy. But hey, I love collecting them, and I was on a big vacation to celebrate my graduation, so I didn't mind spending the money on a bunch of these. I picked up some Cars pins, some really cool Haunted Mansion ones, some Pirates of the Caribbean ones. I got one of Kermit. I think I'm going to do a short going over all the pins I got over on Muptown Funk in a few days, so stay tuned for that if you're interested in seeing the other pins I picked up. But for now, let's highlight these two Cars ones. Starting off with, I'm going to go over the McQueen and Mater because I think it's the less interesting of the two. Pin and Pop, which is a website that archives Disney pins, calls this the Cutie McQueen and Mater pin. It was originally released on October 7th of 2025, and as you can see, it is, of course, still for sale at the Disney parks now. I can't wait to see what Cars pins will come out when they have a whole Cars land in Disney World. You know, you don't see too much in terms of Cars pins. I'm sure you'd get more in California because they have Cars Land. Actually, not really. I've been in Cars Land and not seen any Cars pins. So forget I'm saying anything. What I'm saying is I think the future is bright for Cars pins. And for now, we got this very cute McQueen and Mater one to take a look at. So popping it off the back here, of course, it has the same Mickey backing that all of the Disney pins have. We're just going to remove it and put that backing right back on. And yeah, this is a very cute one in a very unique shape, cut to showcase both McQueen and Mater in a very chibified art style. This is a sort of cutesy art style I've seen them do for a lot of pins, and there was a Muppet one like it, which I wasn't really a big fan of, but I think it works really, really well in the Cars art style. I could already see the comments comparing this to Lightning Racers, honestly. Cars, when you do it in a cutesy art style, can look really, really good, and this pin is no exception. I love that McQueen and Mater still have pretty much all of their significant details. Mater is missing his light. He's got his rust detailing on the side there with some different coloring. And he even has one of his roof lights out, which is just such a great detail. I love that they remembered that. That is really, really good on their part. And McQueen looks pretty great as well. It's not any specific McQueen design. It's just a generic drawing of McQueen. Maybe it's his Cars 1 design, but it could be really Cars 1 or Cars 3. And one of the coolest details here is that his lucky sticker is actually done in silver. In fact, quite a bit of these are kind of kept in unpainted silver. Obviously, you have the outline, which is standard for pins, but also McQueen's window, as you can see, is kept in the same sort of classic metal silver color. And they also did that for the Lucky sticker, which is really cool because it does make it shine more. In particular lighting, it looks a bit weird because, you know, it appears much darker than it should be, but if the light hits it just right, it's this very cool, shiny silver color. Moving on to the back, we just got all the stuff you'd expect. The official Disney pin trading logo. It says 2025 on it, which is super cool. I'm not sure if I ever noticed the pins have the year on the back. That is kind of ridiculous if I didn't notice that before. Yeah, it's just got your typical sort of factory information. These are made in Vietnam. Got some little Mickey heads dotted in the back, and we'll stick this right back on. I actually bought a new lanyard while I was here, so we'll be able to put it on that. Now, moving on to my favorite of the two, we've got Mike and Sulley. How cool is this? I really hope they go on and do a whole set of these. It's just so cool to do a Disney pin of the other Pixar characters in car form. I just think that's such an awesome concept. I would have loved to have seen a Buzz and Woody, or, you know, really anybody else, whether it be from the credits or if they make up other ones. It's just a really fun concept to do merchandise of. Crossover merchandise is always very, very cool. This has the added bonus of actually being from the movie, though. So, yeah, I think this is such a great pose for these guys. Let's just pop it off the back here. Get out! Get out! Ah! There we go. Always remove and open your products calmly, guys. Trust me, I'm on YouTube. That means I don't make mistakes. All right. Yeah, I think that these two look absolutely great. This is like spot on. You know, I was talking about art style a lot with that McQueen and Mater pin. That one for a very cutesy approach. This goes for a much more, for lack of a better term, realistic, right? Film accurate look. And it works really, really well. The majority of it is made up by Sulley with Mike at the bottom. If you flip it around, it really does look like it could just be a pin of Sulley with, I don't know, defined toes on one half. Hated that. But I think it captures the likeness of the characters very, very well, and it's just detailed enough, right? Sully's horns have all these stripes on them, just like in the movie. Mike's got all of his individual teeth. They both look very solid. I just love to have the two of them together in pin form. It's just, like I said, so cool to have some new Cars Monsters Inc. character merchandise. That's just a really cool thing to do, and I'd love to see more. But there you have it, guys. That is the Mike and Sulley and Cutie, McQueen, and Mater pin. Like I said, I always love picking up these pins, and I always love doing videos on them because it's really fun to review types of items that you don't typically take a look at. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and one day I'll find some of those limited edition Cars pins. Maybe I should check eBay, though. I assume they're already like $2 trillion. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye now.